Jerry, we've got some political equanimity coming forward.
Well, I'm trying to be optimistic here, Bob. You can hope for it. You wouldn't think in this area, immigration, there would be anything bipartisan happening this year. I mean, immigration policy is going to be a political football in an election year. However, beneath the surface, there's one area of the immigration debate where there's actually some bipartisan consensus, and that is doing more to allow foreign students and foreign experts in science, technology, math, and engineering to get visas to come to work in the U.S. High-tech companies are particularly eager to see this happen. Right now, those people can come under what's called an H-1B visa, but those are capped at $85,000 a year, and that's not enough to meet the demand. Interestingly, two senators, one a Republican, Jerry Moran from Kansas, and one a Democrat, Mark Warner from Virginia, have proposed legislation to do something about this, to raise those ceilings by creating a new category of visas specifically for foreign students who come to U.S. colleges and universities and graduate with degrees in science or technology or engineering or mathematics, and allowing another 50,000 of those people to stay here and use the skills they've learned in America, and to create another class of visas for people who stay, work for a while, and start a business while they're here so that they can stay and run that business and hire Americans. This is a bipartisan idea. It's got a lot of support from the business community, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen in an election year, and therein is the sort of the dysfunction of Washington.
And we're looking at a chart of exactly where these jobs are going, but Jerry, at the end of the day, does it reflect a certain sort of brain drain on the part of American students that we've got to look to immigrants to be able to fulfill some of the more, let's call them wonkish. I'm trying not to use value judgments here, but these are demanding, highly skilled positions. Does it say that the American educational institution is letting down its own citizens?
Well, just about every high-tech businessman and entrepreneur you will talk to, and many people who run mainline big companies will tell you the same thing. The U.S. is not producing enough science and math majors in its universities. It's got great schools, produces great graduates, just doesn't produce enough of them for what is basically now an information-driven economy. This is an economy that runs more on human capital than physical capital, and the American business community wants lots of that. So they'll take all that the U.S. universities can produce, but they're looking for more than that as well. The problem here, Bob, is a political one, which is that both parties would essentially agree that this is a good idea. The White House would tell you it's a good idea. The problem is Democrats don't want to do something about this high-end visa issue now because they're pushing for a broad immigration overhaul, one that allows a path to citizenship for, in particular, Hispanics who have come to the country illegally. Republicans oppose that, and they particularly say if you allow a path to citizenship for a bunch of illegal aliens who are here, you're basically creating people who are going to vote as Democrats once they become citizens. So the idea of doing something small and narrow on this high-tech, high-end visa question is being held captive by the inability to do something broader on immigration reform generally.